Hello, it's Sara Oehler for softflexcompany.com. We're going to be having a relaxed beading day today. I hope you have some beads there at home that you're going to grab out. I've got a bunch here in front of me that I'm going to play with. And I'm going to make a bracelet today, I think, using our 2-hole Czech tile beads. I think a lot of you bought these during the Cyber Monday sale. They're going on our website, softflexcompany.com, for sale today if you missed them. There are 9 different colors, and so I was going to play around with those. They work really great with Soft Flex. It's a fun way to expose the wire in your design, and you don't have to use a ton of beads, and you can make tons of really sweet bracelets using them. So we're going to do that today. I might break open my Nutcracker bead mix and play with that. I've got some tiara cast things that I pulled out. So lots of good stuff happening. But first, how is everybody doing? How are you holding up for the holiday season? I know it's super hectic, and I know it's hard for some, and just people like me love this season. So I am always happy and excited, but I know some it's not as exciting of a time. So how are you? I want to know. I'm doing pretty well. I got all of my coworkers' gifts out yesterday. I got all of my gifts that I needed to ship out the week before. So I'm feeling like I'm doing pretty good. I haven't done my Christmas cards yet. So that's weighing on my mind a little bit, but I have been kind of piecing it out as I've been sending things. So hopefully there won't be too many left to do, but I always like to kind of sit by the Christmas tree and make some hot cocoa, and the kids sometimes draw pictures or add things to put in with the cards, so it's always like a really good time. But I have that coming up. We've got a ballet recital for my middle girl. She's going to be in a sweet little dance recital for the holidays coming up this weekend too. So that's going to be really fun. And we're just cracking along. All 3 kids are sick again. But thankfully they all tested negative for COVID and flu A and B. So I'm pretty sure it's RSV again. It's our at least twice time through this fall. So we're taking a deep breath, and we're just staying home and getting better. And slowly but surely, each one of them does seem to be doing a little better. So hopefully all of you out there are healthy and taking good care of yourselves, because it is really, it's really crazy how sick everybody is this year. So it is no fun. I agree, Allison. I love seeing all the good things you guys are saying. It's so good to see all of you. Melanie is making lots of zipper pulls and purse charms. Ooh, that's fun. Are you giving those as holiday gifts? What else? What other things are you guys making? Oh, I have a story for you. Yesterday, I went to the office and I got a notification from Facebook, and it said, new feature, start a chat in the Soft Flex VIB group. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. What is this? So I clicked on it. And then I started to set up the chat, and I clicked, the people that are in here the most, that have commented on something or interacted in the last 30 days. I'll, click to add them. And then I don't know if I must have clicked for it to go live. I don't know. But immediately as I did this, somebody came into my office and asked me a question, and I whirlwinded away to answer their questions. And then I had another question and a project to do and photos to take. And I get out to my vehicle at the end of the day, and I realize that this VIB chat has started and nobody knows what's going on. I felt terrible. So I hope I didn't offend any of you by adding you to a chat that I had no idea what it was. It wasn't my intention. So I was just trying to figure out what it was. So I do think it would be fun to have a group chat in VIB, but I think it needs to be a situation where you opt in And so I did delete that chat just in case you're wondering. But I do think we'll look into having some sort of chat where we can just, I don't know, chat about beading, ask questions and hang out, you know. I know, Kristen, this is Kristen. Kristen's like, this is totally something Sara would do. It's just, I just was like playing around with it like you do with new features, and I had no idea it was gonna like cyber blast everybody. So I apologize. I will probably start a new chat, but I think we'll try to figure out how we make it opt-in, and then I'll post it so you can decide if you want to be part of it or not part of it. And even when you go into one of those chats, at the top, there are options for leaving or muting the chat. So if someone else accidentally makes that same mistake, do go in and just mute it or remove yourself from it. Don't get too upset. I'm sure there's a lot of people like me out there that just don't exactly know what it is, and you start to play around with it, and the next thing you know, you've got a huge chat, and you're like, wow, what happened? Oh, how funny. Yes, that's what happened, everybody. So I will start one, and then we'll opt in, and we can enjoy chatting with each other. But because you want to, not because you're being dragged into it and can't figure out how to leave. All right, let's get to the bead table and get some things going. Did you guys see that amazing ornament party last Friday? This may have been one of my best last minute ideas that I have ever come up with. At the very last minute, like last of November, I said to some of our friends through Customer Appreciation Week that I wondered if they might want to do an ornament making party. And I had kind of talked about it with Sam Siegel when we had him on for a live beading party. You guys probably remember that. But I was like, how would I go about doing this? And I figured our customer appreciation folks would be the very best partners for that particular party. And so many companies jumped on board. We had 9 companies involved, all totally different types of ornaments. There was seed bead weaving ornaments. There was one that Abby did where you made a druzy using crystals and a diamond glaze. It was very, very cool. So I hope you'll go back and you'll check it out. It is on our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. You can find it pretty easily. It's a pretty long video, but I think it's full of inspiration. Any of you that watched it can probably attest to that. It had lots and lots of really great ideas. Let's see what we have, our comments here. You really pulled that ornament party off. It was so great. Should we do that again next year? I thought that was so fun. And I almost wonder if we should do it for some other holidays too, possibly, but I'm going to think on it. It was like a 2.5-hour live stream, which was pretty wild. I don't know that I've streamed that long before with so many different companies involved, but it was very, very cool, very unique, something I had never done before. And I hope everyone, if you haven't seen it, you'll go watch it on replay. And oh, Julie, she says, let's just do it monthly. Okay, Teresa, I will definitely have it on my radar for next year. I think that was super fun. I think it would be fun for Halloween too. If we were to do like a Halloween version at the beginning of October with some Halloween ideas. I don't know. I think it could be fun for a few different holidays. That would be an awesome idea to do even ornaments specifically. Yeah, I was thinking jewelry too, but yeah, I think you're right. It could be really fun. So at any rate, I'm glad you guys loved it. I'm glad you guys showed up and so many people watched it. I've heard a lot of these small businesses that were involved, had really good sales. So that was really nice to hear, and we appreciate that. So, oh, Lynn, that's not a bad idea, actually, because a lot of makers start early, and doing a holiday ornament show in July would actually probably be pretty smart, because you'd have lots of time to watch it and make it. Yes, Brenda, you have to go back and replay it. I think it's one of our best videos of all time, really. So I hope you guys continue to watch it. And here we go. So we added these 2-hole beads. We had some left over from the Cyber Monday sale. So we added them in 9 colors today at softflexcompany.com. I really like these because they're just really easy to use with Soft Flex. So I was thinking about nabbing some of those out today. I've got my Nutcracker Trio. I can use a color from there, or I grabbed the quad. These are both new items. In fact, all of these, all the 2-hole beads, the Nutcracker Trio, the quad, the Nutcracker bead mix, all of these are new, and all of our new things are on sale this week. You get 20% off, and if they're already discounted because they've been closed out for the year, which a lot of things have that are time sensitive, like bead mixes for holidays, you get double discounts on them. So make sure you check out our new category at softflexcompany.com, and maybe I can even show that to you here in a little bit, and we can go through some of the things that are in there. But first, let's get going on beading. So I was thinking about making a bracelet. I like these rings in the center of a bracelet. So I was thinking about maybe that size. I pulled out all the sizes because I wasn't quite sure. I feel like this would be a little big with this width of bead. So this might feel a little bit nicer coming off of there. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And I'm going to open up my Nutcracker bead mix. Since I have only designed from the kit, I'm not too sure what is in here that might work for my design today. Let's see what we got here. We've got some really beautiful big red crystals, which I love. These are gorgeous. Very pretty. Lots of metal beads. This would probably fit really nicely in the center of this ring if you wanted to like wire wrap it and make it a center focal piece. That could be super gorgeous. I see that maybe more as a pendant necklace. Maybe we'll make that too after I do the bracelet I have in mind. So we got that. Let's see. Oh, we got the little flower skirts are in there. Lots of pretty stuff. So which color should I do? Let's see. I'm thinking red wire or mint colored wire. Champagne colored wire might be pretty too. Look at how pretty that would be. This red in the 2-hole bead, it's like a matte, like lava red. It's gorgeous. I really like it a lot. Is it gonna match those? I'm not so sure. There's also a really lovely like dark green. It was really hard to photograph. It's one of those colors that's dark enough that photos don't catch it very well. So it's kind of fun to be able to show it to you here where you can see that color pretty good. What did Kristen say? She said, I never got a chance to design with the Nutcracker and ended up sending my kit to a customer that missed out. That was really nice of you, Kristen, that you were able to make that happen. I think it's a really fanciful color palette too. I know, Kristen's so sweet. We had one customer who contacted us and she had, I think, been sick. And maybe you're out there. I won't tell the full story, but she had been unwell and she didn't get a chance to buy one before it sold out. And so Kristen offered to give hers to her, which was really very, very sweet. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I feel like the champagne could be really pretty with the red too. And the gold. I love the champagne and the gold together. They're really, really lovely. This is also a nice color if you're kind of gearing towards a fall color. Huh. No, a little torn. I'm thinking about this one, I think. Let's go champagne. Okay, so I'm going to take out, what is that? A foot? Just to make sure I have more than enough for my project. Probably won't need that much. And I'm going to open up my beads as well. And what I think I'm going to do on my, find my center of my wire on my tier cast piece here, is take my wire through and make a knot there. So you see where it's attached. And then the first thing I'm going to want to do is add a bead to kind of anchor it in place there. Oops. And there we go. And then you got to kind of see, is this going to lay funny? Is it going to turn? Because if it's going to turn like that, that's going to be very annoying. So if it's not working, then we just reconfigure. Do we need to loosen it up a little bit so that it does sit nicely? And then do we like how that looks? You know, so there's a lot of engineering that always goes into beading that we have to think about. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be annoying. Let's see how it lays when it's flat, because it's going to have the same thing on the other side, which will mean it may not be, you know, it may sit pretty nicely when it's on a wrist. Let's see how that feels. I like how it looks, but I'm feeling nervous that it's not going to sit how I want it to. And it might be because it's the extreme, which is just like a little bit less flexible. I'm going to go with it. And if I don't like it, I can always take it apart. Oh, my wires are crossed. Oh, you think if my wires aren't crossed, it will be less of an issue? I can try it and see if that helps. Oh, that did make it a little bit smoother. And then you can decide which side do you want to show up. This side's very pretty, but this side looks really nice too. I'd probably wear it this way, right? Okay, so now we're going to look for a bead that we can put two of our wires through. I'm going to go with this little crystal, which is kind of a champagne color. Now, when I do this, I always try to keep a little bit of a looseness so that it's okay if that wire is showing. You know, don't worry too much about it being as tight as possible. In this type of design, you kind of want that wire color to show through. It's an opportunity to show off the color. There we go. Looking good. So you do have to pick beads that have enough space that 2 wires can fit through them. I'm feeling like a metallic bead probably makes sense next. So I'm going to grab one of these metallic beads out of here and slide that up. That's a nice look. Kind of gives you, just comes back to that starting point there. And see how those 2-hole beads are so fun with being able to show off the wire? And we have all these different colors, so you can do it in, I'm doing sort of a Christmas color here because I'm using the Nutcracker, but you could do it with any of these pretty colors. Like, for example, you could pair this with, we have a beautiful caramel colored bead mix that's going to have some great matching beads to go with this pretty color. We have 2 really beautiful blue bead mixes in our shop right now. These are all double discounted because they're new, and then they're also on closeout. So you can grab one of those to use with this pretty blue. We also have a red. So if you wanted to go with red and gray, that could be super pretty. Red on red, or red and green for the upcoming holiday. We have a lot of really fun bead mixes still in the shop that would work well. Look at how pretty that red pearl would be in this design. Love that. So pretty. Okay. Next bead. I kind of wanted to get in more of the minty color, but I'm not sure that 2 strands will go through this bead. So why don't we give it a try? And then if it doesn't work out, we'll just pick a new bead. So this is our 019 medium diameter. Look at that. Let's see how it looks. 019 medium diameter in Soft Flex Beading Wire. And so I'm feeling like I needed that in the middle, maybe. It feels like I need it closer to the center or something. I don't know. Might have to think on that one. But I do like it. It might be pretty for a wire wrap in the center of this gold piece too, wouldn't it? I like that a lot. What else do we have here? We know we're using that on the other side, so we got to save those beads. I saw a really pretty, this is pretty, but I saw something, oh yeah, this one. I thought that was just a really beautiful bead. Like a gold coppery bead. Maybe we'll do this one first. Taking both wire strands and stringing them through. Oh, Marisol, thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I know it's a hard time of year to keep up with all the different things that are available out there. So one thing I launched today, you guys, that's kind of exciting that I hope you'll take a look at is a Tucson curated box that I am going to be making if you choose to order one when I'm in Tucson. So I'm using the color of the year, Viva Magenta, as a jumping off point. So it's a little bit of my theme, but it will have many different colors from the Pantone line for 2023. that are complementary to it as well. When I go to Tucson, I'll be there for 4 days shopping. I will be picking out things that I think are unique and special and different that I want to share with you if you buy one of these boxes. And then when I come back, we will package up the boxes, which I am hoping will have an excellent value because you can get really good deals in Tucson. And then we will ship them out. So the way it's working is you have a month and a half to order before I leave. We're putting it up early, so you have plenty of time to decide about the box if you want to get one. I know it's always hard at Christmas time, so I wanted to make sure you had all of January to kind of think about it and plan for it. But the cutoff date, I think, is January 26th. When we get to January 26th, I will take the number of boxes that have been ordered, and I will shop based on that number. And I don't even know what is going to go in the box. You'll have to trust me after doing all the design kits, and all the different things that I've curated over the years for all of you. Hopefully, I've built a little bit of trust, and I will build you. I will be your personal shopper. I will build you a really cool, I hope, custom creation for those who get the box. So it's for sale now at softflexcompany.com. You can check it out. There is a separate shipping fee that will be applied automatically for these boxes. So anything that's in your order with it will get shipped out immediately. And then we will ship this separately in February when I get back from Tucson. So we just automatically charged shipping for it because it'll be the only thing that we're shipping later. So you don't have to worry about it holding up your order or any of that nonsense. It will be, looking for my crimping plier, it will come separately when it has been created. So I hope you guys will check it out. They're $49.95 for the box. I promise a fantastic value. Again, Viva Magenta is the jumping off point, but there will be other colors in the box, and then there will be like new findings. So I'll be looking at everything that's launching in Tucson and kind of cherry picking the things that I think are fun and amazing and can go together. And then maybe we'll even have like a party or something, like a Zoom party or something where we can all open the box and make with it. I don't know. That would be kind of fun. I haven't gotten so far as to think about what happens on the back end when you get the box. But that would be sort of fun if we could do some sort of get together around the collection. So definitely check that out. You can find them at softflexcompany.com. Like I said, you do have plenty of time to order. So, and there isn't a limited supply because I'm buying based on orders. So that's kind of nice too. Anyone who wants one should be able to get one. And hopefully I can find enough of each item that I love to make it all happen. I think a Zoom party would be kind of fun too. I like that. I think we're just going to have to plan on that. We might have to wait and do it like in March, like once everything's shipped, maybe we'll set a date at that point because we'll have to see how long it takes me. This is coming together so cute. Look at how good that is so far. Okay, we're going to repeat on side 2. So we get out our Soft Flex champagne colored beading wire. Again, we probably want about a foot. And let's see, I think I put it up through here. I want to go the same side so it looks the same. And then hold it through. Does that look the same? Yes. Okay. And then this time I'm going to take my advice and straighten those wires out, and then string my first 2-hole bead. I'm very excited to go to Tucson. My whole family is going, so it's going to be very interesting, to say the least. It's like, so if you're going to be there, you can look for me and the whole crowd of us. The Oehlers will be taking on Tucson. Let's see what Danielle says. That's awesome. I'll be there, but I'll doubt I'll have time to shop this trip. Oh, that's great, Danielle. I'm happy to shop for you. And let's talk about getting together if possible. Oh, Brenda, I love you. She said, you've never failed us yet, Sarah. I try not to. I really try to give you a good value when you buy something. I know a lot of you trust me, and I want to always keep that trust built up, right? This kit is a pre-order item. Yeah, so it will not ship till probably February, because I don't even get back until like the first week of February. So there's an $8 fixed rate shipping price that automatically will show in your shopping cart when you purchase it. But you do have until January 26th to order. So that's kind of cool. Okay, let's see what we got here. So on repeat, what else do we have going on? My goodness. We've been working very hard on a new event with our friends over at Jesse James Beads. We will be announcing it soon, so stay tuned for that. If you joined us last year for Galentine's, it is a Galentine's event in February, but it is going to be a little bit different than what we did last year. I think it's going to be super fun. And I'm very excited to share it with you. As you know, I'm not great at secrets. So that's all I'll say for now. But I think you're going to love it. So keep an eye out for that too. Our kits are even on sale because they're in the new category. So if you were really wanting to grab one of those Make-A-Wish kits or the Cozy Cottage or Cozy Mountain Retreat kit for TGBE, which is coming up super fast in the new year, you can grab those and get 20% off at softflexcompany.com. No coupon necessary. Anything in the new category applies for that discount. We also added our tote bags today. I finally was able to get a solid number on how many extra we had. I was holding on to them because I wanted to send some as gifts over the holidays. And so I finally got the gifts out the door and know how many we have. So there are some for sale in our shop, softflexcompany.com. They are also in the new categories, so you get that extra 20% off on them as well. So if you got one of those over Customer Appreciation Week and you just found it super handy, or if you didn't end up getting one but you want one, there's a few of them in the shop that you can nab. We have tons happening. We usually don't have so much happening in December. We're usually winding down for the year. But this December, we are still popping off like it's 1999. Let's see. I think it's this bead here. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, your family can give you a Soft Flex gift certificate for Christmas, and you can use that for the Tucson kit. Yes, that's true. That is true. Absolutely. Yeah, the gift certificates, I think, work just like a credit. So you can use it for anything in the shop. And you can find those right at the top of our website in the rolling frames. I think it's the last of the rolling frames that Kristen has on there is gift certificates. You can also go all the way to the bottom of our website to find a link to them. They're kind of hard to find. It's just the way the website was manufactured or designed. We can't change it. So it's been kind of annoying that they're a little bit difficult to find, but they're there. Yeah, gift certificates to Soft Flex are a great idea for stocking, or if your son, daughter, husband, wife isn't quite sure what to get you. You can always just give them our website and ask for a gift certificate for a kit. The kits themselves also make great gifts. If you have someone in your life that you're wanting to encourage to bead, one of our kits contains everything they need to bead except for crimping pliers and cutters. So they make a really wonderful gift, I think. We have quite a few of them available. I feel like we've got Make-A-Wish, we've got Cozy Mountain Retreat, and then we have one more that never sold out. Oh, the breast cancer awareness, the Pink Warrior kit is also still available. Okay, so I made my loop just big enough to fit that sweet little button, and then I go ahead and compress. The first time I make what looks like a little 4-corner ravioli, turn it on its side and compress again, and just go around and around, tightening it all down. I think I'm gonna still make a pendant if you guys want to stick around a little bit, using this bigger piece, and see what happens. One of my favorite things to do at the holiday time, when it is feeling like a little bit stressful, is to just make things. You know, channeling any stress that you're having into making is always really a beautiful thing. And there we go. We've got a really lovely bracelet. You can see that beautiful Soft Flex champagne color shining through with the 2-hole beads, and then some gorgeous beads from the Nutcracker design kit. This is a separate piece that's sold in multiple metal tones in 3 different sizes. This is the medium size that we sell. It's a tier cast hammer tone ring. And then I used the celestial button. It's one of my favorite ways to close things off. I just love this design. I think I've told you guys a bunch of times how much I love space. I have been watching this new show. Well, it's not a new show. It's a new show to me on Apple Plus. What is it called? For All for Mankind, maybe, I think is possibly the name. It's about the space race, and it's a scientific, fantasy show. But it is so good. It's got me captivated. I just started season 3. But I love these buttons because they always remind me of space, of a star. Very pretty. I think I have one on my bracelet right now too. I just think it's such a nice closure. You can find those on our website too. We have some other buttons from Cast that you can use in the same way. If you prefer like a really nice longhorn one that's on closeout, that you can get a good price on. We've got some amazing prices happening here at the end of the year because I'm trying to make room for all the stuff that I want to bring home from Tucson. So take advantage while you can. I see we have a question from Cindy. Can you use regular crimping tubes with the magic crimping tool? Yes and no. It depends on what you mean by regular. I always use the same kind of crimp tubes. They're from Soft Flex Company. They're double the wall thickness of most, so they're just really sturdy and strong. They come in 4 different metal types, and you can use these with regular crimping pliers or magical crimpers. Now, there are crimps like this out there that are manufactured in just sort of a really chintzy way. They have thin walls. They often have a seam that will snap open, and they just don't work really well with the magical crimper. So you want to make sure you have a good quality crimp, whether it's from us or from someone else out there that makes good crimps. And then they should work great with any crimping pliers, magical crimpers, or regular crimping pliers? That was a very good question. Thank you for that. Okay, and I see Thomas linked to our crimps if you want to take a closer look. We also have a multi-crimp package, which I think is really handy if you've never tried our crimps before. It has a little bit of all 4 metal tones. But yeah, great question. Thank you for this. Very sweet. Oh, that's so nice, Teresa. Yeah, I actually sent one of my kits to my best girlfriend who lost her mom and the jewelry that I made with you guys last month. And I sent her a care package in general. Her birthday is at the beginning of December, was actually on Sunday. So she was so excited. I put in like some magazines that had cookie recipes because she always does a ton of baking at this time of year. And I put in some Reese's Pieces because that's what she always orders when we go to the movie theater. And I put in some lip gloss and some nail polish and just all sorts of things to kind of cheer her up right now because she's definitely having a tricky time. Okay, let's wire wrap this and work on a little something, either that one or this one. Trying to decide which one I would like better. That's really pretty, but I also think this is really pretty. Which one do you guys like? Do you like boho or pearl for the center of this? And we'll wrap it up and then maybe make some dangles down from it. Let me get out the right wire while you're deciding. I'm going to look at the first few people who answer. Boho or pearl? I probably need a pretty thin gauge for that. So I'm going to go to my wire bag and I'm probably going to look for like a 24. I think would be a good fit. Let's see what you guys are choosing. Pearl. Ooh, pearl. Pearl. Everybody's liking the pearl. Okay, that's 26 gauge. And that's 22, which I might also want. So I'm going to get out some 22 as well. And then that one's 20. Of course, it's at the bottom. It's always at the bottom of the bag, right? The one you're looking for. Of course. That's just the way life works. Okay. We're gonna go with it. Grab out some of these too in case I want those. You know, this could maybe even sit above it. Let's see where we go with it. Let's start with that part since that's what everybody's drawn to. I'm going to get out some 24 gauge Soft Flex craft wire. And I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to get out a decent sized length. So have any of you guys watched that space show on Apple TV? Is anyone else as obsessed with it as I am? My family is like, what are you watching? Okay. So I'm just going to center and center. And if it does it, if you want to add like a little bead here, you probably could. Let me see if there's a good bead to add here. Oh, Danielle is a Trekkie. I love Star Trek too. Have you watched any of the new ones, Danielle? They have new ones on like, is it Peacock? It's not quite the size I want. I'm scanning around to see if there's a size bead that would make sense here, if I should just leave it. Might just need to leave it. We'll just go with it. But if you wanted to add like a little something in there, you totally could. I don't think it's going to matter too much. So I'm just going to wrap it around my tiara cast piece and tighten and bring this up. And then I think what I'll do is get my chain nose. Oh, Lynn, I love the Hallmark Channel. That's a good choice too. Okay, so I've got that there. I'm going to come in the other side, so I'm kind of crossing over and just do another side by side there. And I think I will do that again. And over. You want to be careful with your wire as you're wrapping that you're not unintentionally bending it too many times that it's going to snap and break. So be thoughtful about that. Okay, then once I get that to a good spot, then I'm going to go through and I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Now, I am not a professional wire wrapper. I do this as a hobby. So I know there are probably some of you out there that do this on the regular basis. And God bless you. It always looks so beautiful. I feel like I've really come a long ways with craft wire. I'm using it more and more. And I don't know if you know this, but in some cases, when you get 8 spools of craft wire, it's not all the time, but sometimes you get 20% off. I don't know if that sale is turned on right now. Kristen could probably tell us more. Now, one thing we can do if we want to secure this piece, we could probably want to get our nylon jaw plier. And come up and over the top of it. And then let me do it on the other side too. So we come up and over the top with the back wire. And if you do any wire work, make sure you've got those nylon jaw pliers. They are amazing. They're so helpful. So that's kind of holding it in place. You can do something like that. I know some people like to even take it and just make a little design. Just go in the middle and just turn that wire ever so slightly. And then I guess we should probably think about how we want to attach at the top too before I cut anything. I feel like I got this a little off to the side, so I'm going to move it over so it's in the center. Okay, so if we want to think about how to attach, we can maybe come right through the center on this. And Going to start with a little 90-degree angle, grab my round nose plier, or you can use your bail making plier. I'm going to make a decent sized loop. This is like my favorite thing, you guys, that I get to do is just play. Like make something I've never made before. I've never made something just like this. And I appreciate that you guys tune in, even though I do not pre-plan my videos, and just trust that I'm going to make something interesting because I wouldn't get to do it if you weren't tuning in and hanging out with me. So thank you for that. I very much appreciate it. And there we've got a little kind of a messy top to it, which I don't mind. I think it looks good. I feel like I need a little more wrapping on this side. Somehow I got off a little bit, but maybe we'll just take a little bit of this wire and wrap it over. And kind of squeeze. Fun. And then this one I can just sort of finish off back here. It's looking interesting. Might want one more loop here just to even things up a little bit. Squeeze those together and trim, and then always kind of tidy down that piece. And there we go. We've got like a really fun little piece. If I wanted to make another connector down here, I could have, which would have been nice. I kind of wish I would have, because then you can do some little dangles from there. I'm sure I can still figure out how to do dangles if I want to. If you know anything about me, I can figure it out one way or another. This would be fun to have some beads hanging at the top of the pendant. So use your Soft Flex Beading Wire. Maybe I'll use a 22 gauge wire to make a link, or a few links maybe. These are separate possibly. Let's try one and see what happens. Oh, thank you, Julie. It's not perfect. I don't perfect things necessarily, but I really appreciate the opportunity to just hang out and make things in front of you and not have to pre-plan. Because one of my biggest like roadblocks to teaching is that I don't really like to pre-plan when I make things. Let me use the same size loop that I used before. I don't really like to plan. And that's always been hard for me for like teaching classes, or when I used to do magazine articles. It was just always a struggle, like a big struggle for me. So it's been really lovely to be able to do these live videos and just have the freedom to make whatever I'm feeling like making in the moment. And I'm not hampered by a design that I thought up weeks before that doesn't interest me as much as what I feel like making right now. Okay, let me see. I've got a few of these little round gold beads left from my mix. So I think I'm going to add a couple of those. That's looking very pretty. Do we like that color there? I'm thinking the boho bead will go above it, but I'm wondering if having that same color repeat right away is the right choice. Let's try one of these reds just to see, because I do love the red with the mint green. Might be nice. Ooh, yeah, I'm liking that. That looks really good. Okay, let's do that. Now I'm making connectors. So I've got a loop on either side, like a beaded chain. And I turn the wire toward me, typically, when I'm doing this without a video camera blocking me. And then away from me. So I've got half my circle there. I twist my plier to the side and come under to create this really nice little loop. And then I can hold on with it with my chain nose pliers and do my wrapping. And then I've got a really nice little link there. Very easy to do. I'm using the 22 gauge Soft Flex craft wire now. Oh yeah, I'm loving that. That's turning out very pretty. Even just like that would be good, but I could keep going if I want to do like a really nice long dangle. I could even do this, this, and then this if I wanted to. And then have a beaded, go either up this way like a Y shape, or string it so it's in the center of a U shape. Yeah, I think I'll go a little further. So I'm going to add in, I love these. This is probably my favorite bead in that bead mix. They're so pretty. It's such a beautiful color. I was really excited to see them in there. So I'm taking my wire over again and around and linking up. So I just slide that right on there and then hold on to it again with those chain nose pliers and wrap a couple times. So if you missed that ornament making party after this, make sure you go bookmark it, check it out when you have time. It really was such a wonderful event. Really, really fun. Lots of good ideas. Even lots of ideas that you can do probably with beads from your own bead stash if you needed to make quick, easy stuff to give as a nice little gift. I see Thomas just posted the link again, and it was in collaboration with 8 other companies. So lots of really great little small businesses, like Danielle Wicks, who happens to be here today, who works for John Bead. We also had Cassandra Spicer from Beads to Live By. We had Abby Berta from the Bead Place, and Rebecca from Design and Adorn, and Sam from Sam's Bead Shop. So many good things. Kay from Stars Beads. Oh, that's looking good. Ooh, I like that. So do I make this into just like a really long, I think I do. It needs to be like a super long necklace. Oh, good, Jessica. Thank you for watching it. We really appreciate it. And thank you for all the support of that video and then all of the small businesses that were part of it. We appreciate it. Oh, this could be awesome tree jewelry. Yeah, Sarah James from Jesse James Beads was saying she just puts her whole strand of Jesse James beads. She just takes her whole strand and just hangs it right from the tree. I was like, oh, you don't like, that's interesting. Like I had never thought about just hanging a whole strand of beads, but I guess it's like a little mini garland of sorts. So very cute. Yeah, this could be a very cute little ornament now that you're saying it. I like that idea. All right, let's do one more and see where it gets us. The nice thing about jewelry making is beads are not permanently in place unless you're using like a glue or something of that sort. You can often just cut it apart if you don't end up liking it. So I'm a big advocate of just try it, see how it is, and then decide from there. Oh, hi, Kay. There's my buddy. Yes, it was a beautiful collaboration with 9 beading companies. Kay had the cutest ornament, you guys, with these buttons. I could not get over it. She just flashed it on the screen like it was no big deal. And everybody was like, whoa, 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 wait, what was that? And it was just the cutest little snowman. And then I think she had a Christmas tree made from buttons. It was very, very sweet. And then she showed us how to make a spiral Christmas tree, which is a lot of fun. And this is just how you make a beaded chain. You can use any beads you want. I'm using fairly big ones from our Nutcracker bead mix, but you can use crystals or Czech Glass or pearls and make your very own unique beaded chain with Soft Flex craft wire. And this is a 22 gauge craft wire. It's non-tarnishing, hypoallergenic, very easy to use for basic stuff like this. Kay uses it all the time, actually. Oh, did you end up making the, Jessica said, I made the snowman and the tree button ornaments. Cute. Kids are feeling better, but they're all sick. But I did a COVID and flu test today. We have these great, I don't know if everybody has them, but we have these great drive-through. I kind of like it without that one. I think I might keep that one for later. We have these great drive-through testing areas here for Kaiser. So it's really easy to test, and I like to test because we have so many activities and things we go to, and I don't want to get anyone else sick. So we tested, and we don't have anything horrible, but I think, again, it's just that RSV is just kicking our bottoms this year, unfortunately. So here's where you can decide, do you want to continue doing beaded chain? Do you want to switch to a soft flex and string it? Do you want to attach 2 pieces of soft flex to your loop up here and have those go up, you know, with some beads? There's a lot of options. I'm thinking like a red soft flex or this fluorite soft flex would be really, really pretty. I might go with the fluorite. Wouldn't that be pretty up the back of this design? Kind of love it. So it's a longer piece. I'm thinking it's going to hang. It's kind of a belly button design here. So I'm going to get about 2.5 feet of this fluorite soft flex out. So that is 1/4 of the spool. So you could get 4 of these out of one of these 10-foot spools. Let me move my stuff around here so it's not so much in the way. And then I'm going to take one end and grab a gold-filled 2x2 millimeter Crimp tube. everyone's starting to feel better. Yesterday was the worst for my oldest. A couple days ago was my worst for my youngest. And the middle one has just been kind of the same. She hasn't had it horrible, but she hasn't really progressed to getting better either. So it's just like a lot of nonsense, as you can imagine. Okay, we got our magical crimpers. We're going to go in and compress, turn it on its side and compress. Thankfully, they're probably going to be better for we have a homeschool group here in town, and we're doing a Christmas party, which is so fun. The kids had so much fun when we did this for Halloween. There's probably like 13 kids, and we all get together and we do craft projects and eat treats and play at the park. And I think they'll be better for that next week before school is out for Christmas. So that's my goal, is hopefully we can make it to that, because I would be real sad to miss out on that for sure. All right, so now we got to kind of decide what beads we're stringing up here. Trying to see why this is spinning funny. Okay, so I'm going to go with that one. How many of these little round metal beads do I have left in my bead mix? Oh, one more. I knew it couldn't be it. Let's do the flat one and the big red bead. And then the round one. And then I notice I have a couple more of these really beautiful pearls in there. So I'm going to go with that to bring up that blue into the top of the design. Okay, why is it doing something about it is not interlinking the way I want it to? There we go. And then I think this little pearl is pretty too. I don't know if I want the pearl on the pearl though. Let me see what else I have here in my beautiful mix of things. I also have, ooh, this could be really pretty. This drop at the top might be just the ticket for sort of finishing off my beads on that end. So then I'm going to take my end and I'm going to string a crimp. And that is the crimp that's going to sit above these beads to hold them in place. I'm going to string another crimp, and then I'm going to reverse my order on this side. So I'm going to go this bead first. This is how you make a necklace with no clasp when it's a nice long necklace. We're just going to completely crimp it, and then it'll flow right over someone's head. So I'm reversing the pattern for the second side. And then a crimp. Ooh, this is so pretty. This nutcracker bead mix is gorgeous. And we have plenty of them available if anybody wants to grab one. The kit sold out, but the bead mix is still available and it's on sale. So you can get 20% off on it this week. So I'm matching those two loops and kind of holding my two wires together so I get a nice strong connection. I'm going to grab my magical crimpers and crimp that down. Well, I did not intend to make 2 full designs today, but I'm just in such a jolly mood. That's what ended up happening. Now we just need to anchor our beads in place on the wire. So we're gonna come in. I feel like I want to make a pair of earrings too. I must be in that kind of a put something beautiful together mood, right? Okay, I still have plenty of beads left too. I mean, this would be cute with this little ring to go with it, wouldn't it? Or the little pearl drop down from it. Okay, let's focus, Sarah. Finish one thing at a time, right? Okay, so we're going to grab a little bit of this fluorite colored wire to give us extra buffer. Hi, Diane. You can always watch the replay. I'm just going to take that little bit of extra wire and I'm going to string it inside of my crimp tube and bring it down to my beads. And crimp. And then that will hold those beads so they're not slipping and sliding around on the wire. They're stationary. Once that's all crimped up, I just come in with my nice cutters and clip right up next to that crimp, and then repeat on the other side. This is so pretty. You know what it matches? It matches my earrings that I made. Probably my bracelet too, for the Nutcracker. I did end up wearing those to the parade. I forgot to post a picture of the girls in their Sugar Plum Fairy outfits. Our parade got rained on. The Benicia parade goes rain or shine, apparently, and it was not shining. It was buckets of water. We were soaked. When we left, it was just this really light drizzle, and then we got there and the wind picked up and it was intense. It was really intense. But I'll post a picture of them so you can see it. So here's our design. We've got our sweet little pendant here in front, and then we've got a little bit of a chain. And then we just attached some beadwork here at the top. Now, if you wanted to bead up this whole strand, you could. I don't think it's necessary. It's pretty with just a little bit of Soft Flex beading wire showing on the back. It's really easy Soft Flex is really easy to wear. Like, it doesn't bother your skin at all because it's nylon coated. It's not a metal. And it's very soft and smooth, and yeah, so I've never heard of anyone having any issues wearing it. Where was our other thing we made? I've made such a mess here. I can't even see there it is. We also made this really fun bracelet today. And then I guess I have to make my earrings as a reel, right? So I'm off to do that, and I will post pictures of both these designs onto the Soft Flex company Instagram page, and I'm sure we'll share it into your group. Sorry to anyone who got confused by my chat my chat situation yesterday. It was not intended to be so confusing. But I appreciate your patience, and I will start a chat so we can just hang out and chat whenever you guys want. And you can chat with each other even if we're not there. We would love to be able to do that with a little more purpose this time, though. So thank you so much for being here with me today. Make sure you check out on our website. The new category is 20% off. Everything that's in there will be automatically discounted as you put it in your shopping cart, and that includes things that are already discounted. So some of our closeouts that are based on a holiday or based on a previous kit that we're moving through the last of the materials are discounted already, and then you get 20% off as well. Oh, good. And if you do 8 spools of craft wire, you get 20% off. We do free shipping on orders over $65. And also make sure you check out, actually, I wonder if I can pull up this Viva Magenta thing so that you guys can see it. Let's do this real fast. Share screen. And Chrome tab, Soft Flex Company. Okay, let's look at this, you guys. So we added this today. This is our Tucson Surprise Collection. It will feature the color Viva Magenta, but it will also have colors that work with Viva Magenta. So it won't all be red. It will be a mixture of colors that are hot for upcoming 2023. It will also have a lot of unique things that I just happened to find in Tucson. So I will be in Tucson for 4 days. I will be shopping for you. So if you want one of these, you have until January 26th, 2023 to put in your order for one of these boxes. There will be a fixed $8 fee for this particular item. And that's because anything else in your cart will ship first. And then this will ship by itself sometime in February when I return. Also, let's look at that new category. So on our website, there's a shop tab. We click new, and this is all of the stuff. So our brand new 2-hole beads that we did today, those are on sale, and the bundle is 20% off, and then you get another 20% off. Here's our beautiful shopping bag that we did for Customer Appreciation Week. I think we had about 30 of them left, so you can order those and you get 20% off. The Make-A-Wish beading design kit, which remember, 10% of the sales of that kit will go to Make-A-Wish Foundation. So you will not only be getting a fabulous kit, but you'll also be helping a really great organization. And the Make-A-Wish bead strand. We've got the Cozy Mountain Retreat coming up for the Great Bead Extravaganza Midwinter Market. That event is coming up soon. Let me see if the dates are in the description here. January 14th and 15th with preview night on the 13th. So Kristen and I will be live on the 14th, and at least one of us will be using this Cozy Mountain Retreat for a make-along. You can make along with us, or you can make your own designs, and there will be a design challenge associated with it. So you can post them into the Soft Flex VIB group. We do have some more of the mystery bead stashes. I think they just added some more of those. They're very similar. If you've already gotten one, they're very similar to what you may have already gotten. So just be aware of that. Look at this one, you guys. 30% off all 6 styles of Christmas charms. Then you get an additional 20% off. That's a fabulous deal. So take a look at that. We've got our Nutcracker trio. We've got our Metallics duo in there. The Christmas bundle, double discount on that. I mean, there's a lot. That's just page 1. That's just page 1. There are so many good things in here to check out. So I hope you guys will go to the website, take a look. This is a really pretty strand here for making beaded icicles. If you like to make those icicles that I usually make every Christmas. I actually made one. I'll show it to you here in a second before I leave. But it's really, this is maybe our best strand we've ever had for making a beaded icicle. and you can get 20% off of $11.99 for that strand. So I don't know. I hope you'll go through this whole category of new and take a look at everything that's in here. This quad is discounted. You get another discount on top. We've got the tiara cast parts in here that are new, all the woodland parts. We've got the seed bead bundle, the Czech rolla beads. We've got some ceramics. So I don't know. I think you're going to want to look at this. It's kind of a biggie. Look at that celestial gift set. Discounted, double discount on that. Bundle, double discount. Yeah. All right. Have I said enough? Let me stop my screen share here. Okay, so one last thing. I'll show you that beaded ornament I was talking about because it's hanging right here from the ornament party. So that is that same strand that I just showed you made into a beaded ornament. You can find the directions for this on Instagram Reels or our TikTok page or YouTube. We have a few videos showing how to make this on YouTube because I do a new one every year. But this has been the best strand yet for this. I think it's something about this beautiful shiny bead on top. And then just, I don't know. I think it turned out great. So check out all the good deals. 'Tis the season to get a good deal. And we're making room because I'm going to bring back tons of cool stuff from Tucson. And I want to have space for it. So help me help you get new beads. Let's clear some of this stuff out, okay? All right. I love you guys. Thanks for spending some time with me today. You can find all the stuff I just showed you at softflexcompany.com. We appreciate you. And of course, join our Softflex VIB studio group for more fun. That's where we hang out on the regular. And we've got a fantastic holiday marathon going on there. That is super special. I've loved watching what all of you are making with the different prompts. We will be picking some winners coming up here. 10 winners will each win, I believe it's $25. Maybe I'm off, but oh yeah, $25 in store credit. If you are following these prompts, you do not have to post on the day of. You can make up for some of the prompts over the weekend or when you have time. But the more you post, the more likely you are to win a $25 credit in the new year. We'll be announcing the winners on January 4th, it looks like. So have a fantastic day, everybody. And I will see all of you very soon.